Thank you.
Well, this is Firecrackers. We are winding down on the show now. We definitely cannot leave without taking this exclusive chat with Ahmad Gumi, of course, talking about the Islamic cleric in Kaduna State. We did have a one-on-one with him in Kaduna State, and we'll just get to leave you with that exclusive chat. We're back in just a moment. Stay with us.
You see, it's not for me myself to confirm whether ransom is paid or not, but the media can go and ask the parents if anybody has paid anything. Nobody has paid anything, so it means no ransom is given. It means you can negotiate as a government, you can negotiate with these people to see that the minimal damage is done. When God won the war, he said, no victor, no vanquished. And that Ojukwu was hardened, Ojukwu was integrated, despite the fact that so many people died in millions, caused by this attempt to secede, which is against illegality in the Nigerian constitution. And he was never called a criminal. He was pardoned. He even contested for the Senate. So you just imagine, as when the reconciliation is going on, if Nigerians will come and say he's a criminal, he's a Hitler, that's caused the death of Nigerians, that we're not going to pardon him, how will Nigeria be? So it's the same thing, you see. I'm giving this example so that people understand when you're negotiating with people, when you want people to put down their arms, you don't address them with these very offensive languages, irrespective of what they are doing, since you're in negotiation. When you're doing peace, then you, especially the peace broker, has to show some neutrality. You know, even though the fact that yes, a lot of atrocities were committed, he has to put that behind his mind and see that he tries to be neutral so that he can see both sides in the right shade and try to bring them together and see how we can stop the gun from firing. And once we do that, then we do reconciliation, reparation, if there's anybody who's lost, who has lost some wealth, or some reparation should come after reconciliation and rehabilitation, because these people, they need rehabilitation. Some of them are already addicts to drugs, and if you don't do that, then it will be a lot of suffering for all of us from both sides, which I think any reasonable person, especially those people involved in religion, will not sanction. They get the money from the ransom. That's why they are very harsh on their victims, and there's extortion. Sometimes you pay, they don't even release you if they think more money are forthcoming. They are buying weapons with it, as if you go, you won't see anything besides the weapon that is costing millions. So I think we have a lot to do. We are not ruling out the use of force at all. It's just like when you are treating cancer, you can excise it and you can use chemotherapy, or use both. There are instances here when the use of force is mandatory. As of now, since we are getting their leaders, they are ready to put down their arms. This is the time to accept this window so that we can see how we can pacify and get them to put them down their arms and do the necessary things afterwards. You see, Nigeria is a land of plenty. Nigeria is a blessed country. And strangely, I found that the minorities in Nigeria are the cement that's holding Nigeria together. For instance, Southeast want to break away, but the South-South is not ready. they will not allow them to form a block. In the southwest too, they are not homogeneous. In the north, we are heterogeneous. It's the small minority communities that are cementing Nigeria. There's no way you can fragment Nigeria. I was in Sokoto State. I found that so many tribes. In Niger State, so many tribes. You cannot fragment Nigeria on tribal, religious, and other persuasions. You cannot. It's impossible. So we must learn to live together in peace and equity. Everybody should be given his own share and right. And we should live peacefully as developed. We're in the 21st century. People are putting robots on Mars. And we are talking about kidnapping. We're talking about cattle rustling, open grazing. These issues we should all come to a table and iron it out. And we should not allow ethnic chauvinists, religious jingoists, and zealots to use religion to divide us. We have on both sides, Muslim and Christians. We have bad elements in the armed forces, in the civilian, in the press too, who are trying to put more agitation and put people on each other's throat. So we should not allow that. We should all come together and build a beautiful nation. Everybody will be peaceful and will be envy of the world, because God, by His mercy, has put Nigeria, if you look at the map, right in the middle of the world. So let's be that good example for the rest of the world to emulate.
Thank you.
The President has ruled out any agreement with criminals, which I agree with him. You don't come into agreement with criminals. But when something has turned from criminality to banditry and from banditry into militancy, how do you know it's a militancy? Because no tribe can say I evil 100%. No tribe is evil 100%. So when you see a particular people, group of people carrying weapons, then you are no more talking about criminality, you are talking about insurgency. So since has turned into insurgency, the herdsmen are now herdsmen. They are working together, they are not fighting each other, and they are fighting the state. It's a case of militancy. And in militancy, yes, there are military options, and also negotiations is the best. And I don't think the president will propose, as military commanders do, with enemies, sit down with enemies and discuss terms and conditions of surrender. I'm sure the president will accept that. But as of negotiating with criminals, armed robbers, thieves, nobody will accept dialogue with them.
Okay, Sheikh, on the issue of some journalists reported that you call journalists criminals. How would you react to this?
No, journalists are my friends. I'm a friend of the journalist. It's just an instant situation whereby the journalist is trying to use the word of criminality on these militants, when I am at the same time being on air with them, and these militants are listening and scrutinizing what I'm saying. If they believe I believe they are criminals, that small window we have to negotiate with them will be closed permanently. So trying to educate the journalists to moderate their words when they are speaking, especially when they are speaking with me. But they are insisting, so in trying to tell them this criminality can be subjective. In a situation where there is fire, instead of us to get fire brigade to bring water, they bring more fuel to add to the fire. So you see a fire brigade who is supposed to quench the fire is adding more fuel to fire, then he becomes a criminal. Not that journalists are criminals, no. I trust journalists. I've had good days with journalists, especially when we are criticizing the incompetency and excesses of government and the praise. And this also comes to the fact that, yes, whoever is in the public domain should expose himself to criticism. So I accept whoever criticizes me for whatever way he thinks. I accept that and I forgive them. I don't even take it so serious. If it makes him happy to criticize me or abuse me, then I'm happy, he's happy. His happiness is what I want. So I don't take any grudge or whatever somebody said. Since I know I'm striving for peace in this nation and for everybody, not for any particular section, tribe, or